Hey Spectrum Soldiers, as you can tell, this is not a YouTube short. For those who remember when I posted couple weeks ago, I said I was planning on something big. Well, this is the big project I've been working on for the past 2 weeks. I'm bringing back full-length content onto this channel. Today, we're going to be making my room a bit more spring themed, I guess you could call that. But yeah, since I only want to do this in one video, I thought, why not make it a full length video, longer than 3 minutes? So that's what we're doing today. Towards the end of the video, I'll explain why I decided to stop making full length content for so long. But I'll stick to that in the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's get this room decorated for spring. Alright, so the first step on decorating my room for spring is obviously to change the bedding. The bedding needs to be a bit more colorful. Right now I just have grays and blacks all over my bed, so I need to change that. Thankfully, I got a few things to help with that. Give me a second. Let me show you guys what I got for decorating my room. I was going to do a spring themed bed, but then I looked at the spring bedding color palettes and honestly, it kind of sucked. Like, it showed a bunch of whites and tans and mint greens, which I'm not mad at, but they stain really easily, and I am a messy person off camera. And not to mention, they show like a light burnt orange. That's Green Spring. But they did have navy blue, which I'm not mad at, obviously. So the theme for the bedding is obviously just blue, but we're gonna add a variety of blue. Light blue, dark blue, and medium blue. I got this bed sheet that is a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, and two pillowcases that are in the medium blue from Meyer. This thing costed me $10, which is not a bad deal. I got a body pillowcase for my body pillow because I do sleep on a body pillow. It is in navy blue. I am matching the dark blue throw blanket. And then I also have this quilt, which is a dark blue, but also it's reversible, and I'm going to use the light blue side. But first, I need to clear off this bed with everything on it in order to make the bed. Enjoy this time lapse. Okay, now that we got the bed stripped, let's add the new stuff. Should have grabbed scissors beforehand, but it's too late now. Alright, let me try and figure out which one's the flat sheet real quick, or fitted sheet real quick.
Those are the cases I just threw on the ground.
This is the fitted sheet. So the flat sheet, don't need it. Now to just make the bed. This corner is always the problem one, so let's start there. Always a pro tip to start in the back most corner. There's corner. There it is. So here's the fitted sheet on here. Next, standard pillows.
That's one. First one in green.
There's that. Honestly, they look pretty cool. I like the shade of blue, honestly. Next is the quilt. Can't forget the quilt. It's always hard to tell which is the long side for quilts for me. Can never figure out why that's the case, but it is.
The other way, isn't it? Really hard to tell. So I got it right the first time. Oh well.
I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Also, pro tip, if you're sleeping in a corner bed set up like me, it helps to keep it tucked in towards the wall. That way it doesn't fly off every so often. Or more often, I should say. It just helps keep your bed look nicer for longer. Alright. Next, the body pillow, which is probably the hardest step for me anyway. Especially for those who still struggle with stuffing pillows like me. This is probably the hardest step you're ever going to face. But we'll power through it, even though it's 10 p.m.
Come on. Alright, on my corner.
There we are. I believe we're good. Now, the cool thing about this body pillowcase compared to the black one I own, the navy blue one has a zipper. So you don't have to worry about it falling out. There we go. Now the throw blanket. There we are. Now you're probably thinking, this looks good enough. Not to me. But I can't decide, do I bring back the Pokemon plushies or do I add my Bigfoot Squishmallows? Because a bed isn't complete without stuffed animals, at least in my humble opinion. Do I add Squishmallows, heads or tails? I'm adding the Squishmallows. Obviously, start with the 16-inch Squishmallows. Wallace, Bassem. Then the 12-inch, Brenna, Dilka. Now the 8-inch Squishmallows. Benny, Bren, Caperin, Danny, Eden, Evita, Frumpy, Waxy, Zozo. Now the 5-inch ones. Diane, JT, Nami, Shasta. Now for the clips, Micromellows and Squishvilles. Back clip, Joelle. Custom Micromello, Brian. Micromello, Buna. Squishville, Haley. Custom Micromello, Romero. Custom Micromello, Rosa Maria. And of course, Micromello, Yekaterina. Oh, almost forgot. Can't forget the tray table. and my childhood bear, Christmas. And with that, the bed is done. Now on to step 2. For this next step, I would show you guys some cinematic shots, but can't really operate the lighting with my phone and record also on my phone at the same time. So I'm just gonna have to do a quick transition to show you guys what the spring lighting looks like. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Now obviously I'm going to give you guys an in-depth tour of what every lighting effect looks like real quick. So let me get the phone off the tripod and show you guys. Okay, so the theme I was going for my spring lighting was kind of like a meadow or a field kind of vibe to it. So for example, anything that has like closest to the ground lighting, like bed frame lights and the TV stand lights, are a dark green color. And then anything that's touching the ground but not quite as low as those lights, like the desk lights and the headboard lights, are a lighter green. Anything close to the sky but isn't actually on the ceiling, the closet lights, and the TV lights are cyan to represent the sky. The green represents the hills and fields, by the way, just letting you all know. And then the lamp, I decided to turn pink because, it looked like a flower. Why not? And then the overhead lights are yellow and orange to represent sunlight. As for the neon rope light sign and my glide wall light, I just chose the colors that were in the color palette aside from pink, and the camera doesn't really do it justice because it's at max brightness, but I think it looks cool. Like it's just dark green, light green, orange, and blue. Maybe not particularly in that order, but oh well. I think with that said, that's the spring bedroom. But before I close off today's video, I should probably answer the question of why I stopped making full-length videos for, how long has it been? Oh gosh, it's been a year and a half. The reason I've been gone for about a year and a half is because, well, I couldn't really find the time to balance making videos, like full-length videos, editing them at a reasonable pace, and then uploading them, and, well, losing time with my family. As you all know, my family comes first. Not to mention my editing software, I had to unsubscribe from it and I had to delete it. It was getting really expensive based on how much I spend on videos alone. By the time it was time to pay it, I, well, basically couldn't afford it. I mean, not only do I have to make stuff for videos, but I also have to, pay for stuff to, live. And then another reason I decided to stop making full-length content, I don't know how to explain it, but I had a really bad panic attack while editing. Like, I would just go and sit down to edit, and then all of a sudden, I would just freeze. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I could not sit down and edit a video without having a major panic attack. Of course, I can't really do much of anything without having a major panic attack lately, but that's besides the point. So basically, I had to stop making full-length content, and those reasons are the reasons why I stopped. I need to go to sleep because it is after 10:30 p.m. I know that's early for some people, but for me, I go to bed at 9 o'clock. The whole reason I made this video late at night is because I'm running on 2 cans of Mountain Dew Code Red. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.